Good morning, it's Anand here from Osho, Ireland, and today I'm going to share the 71st meditation technique. This one is an alternative or very similar method to last week's technique. It's a tantric meditation using light. So I'll read the instructions. Or in the spaces between, feel this as lightning. Now, if you weren't here last week, what we did was a technique whereby, I'm just going to read from last week's technique. Consider your essence as light rays rising from center to center up the vertebrae, and so rises livingness in you. So before we go through with today's technique, which is very similar, last week's technique, we were visualizing or imagining the light growing, gradually growing, and moving up the 5 centers. So from our base chakra through to our sacral chakra, through to the heart, the third eye, and the head. This time, if you're comfortable with this, it's jumping like lightning from center to center to center. So Osho says, this is a very similar method with a slight difference. Or in the spaces between, feel this as lightning. Between one center and another, as rays are coming, you can feel it like lightning. Just a jump of light. For some people, the second will be more suitable, and for the others, the first. This is why there is a modification. There are people who cannot imagine things gradually, and there are people who cannot imagine in jumps. If you can think and imagine gradually, then the first method is good. But if you try the first method and you suddenly feel that from one center, the rays jump directly to the second, then don't do the first method. So like last week, make sure you have time to do this in full so that you can visualize the light either gradually growing or jumping from center to all 5 centers until it reaches the Sasara, I think that's how I pronounce it, where the light blooms open like a lotus flower, and it's a very beautiful experience. Osho says, and I want to share this before I close today, because what I'll do again is making sure that you have plenty of time to do this technique so that you're not disturbed with bells or anything. I will just quietly finish this live Facebook video. But for this technique and for any technique, I had a question from somebody in the week about a method that was perhaps not working for them. They thought they were failing in it. I would say that nobody fails in a technique. I would say that that technique is not the right one for you. And Osho just shares something like this. In India, because of this, we have developed a particular yoga which we call Sahaja Yoga. Sahaj means spontaneous, easy, natural. Always remember Sahaj. If you feel any technique spontaneously coming to you, if you feel more affinity with it, if you feel better with it, more healthy, more alive, more at home, then that is the method for you. Move with it. You can trust it. Don't create unnecessary problems. And the inner mechanism is very complex. If you do something which is too much for you, you may destroy many things. So it is better to move with something which feels harmonious to you. So right now I'm going to share the 71st meditation technique. They're here on Facebook. They're also on YouTube. There's all 70 of them anyway, not today's. So you can pick any of these techniques that suit you. And if you find one that's harmonious, do it for 7 days, 21 days, 3 months, whatever works for you. If you feel a technique does not work for you, stop it immediately. And that's with any technique. So just to recap today, you can either choose to visualize the energy moving or the light moving from center to center gradually or in like lightning. And we'll do this and continue to do it until all 5 centers, starting from the base through to the sacral chakra, to your heart, to your third eye, and then to the sasra when it blooms open, full of light. Once that's fully complete, then stop. And I'll quietly finish the meditation when I've completed all, filling the light in all my 5 energy centers. Enjoy, and I'll see you next week at 11 a.m. on Sunday.